phone, you call yourself an Esquire fan. I'm freaking loaded on channel points, bro.
Highlight every message because I'm just that Jack. Try talking to Chad again when you're a true fan, chump.
Oh, Maddie's got it too.
Yeah, you got to throw that mustache Dave in there as well. But let's go ahead and get into game number 3. Without further ado, the plane path is in the air. And I think a sigh of relief was heard all across Erangel as the players were loaded up into the plane. The fairest plane path here of Erangel and the final map of Erangel of the day that these 16 teams now have been faced with. So we'll see how they're going to fare in this game before we switch things up a little bit and go into the Rumble in the Jungle over on Sandhawk for game number 4. And then 2 maps of the desert over on Miramar for games 5 and 6. But all teams have found boots on the ground here, at least in the early stages of game number 3, and right back to Pachinki. At least we are going to be going. The members of the God of God squads will be contesting this, Dave, through and through. They're not going to be pulling off of this whatsoever. Mars, though, in a quick retreat, they've taken damage. They weren't able to get their hands on guns first. Well, Black Sheep was, and down goes Triggs. An unfortunate loss here for the members of the God squad who are just trying to get some traction, Dave. Can't these guys catch a break?
This really grinds my gears. It's not about them catching a break, Esquire. Because there's so many with one of them, Clarity, already on their rotate, just coming in south of Yasnaya, trying to avoid Yasnaya like the plague. As we do see in the kill feed, Little Monster will be taking on the Foot Goblin themselves, Little Prodigy, right there in the kill feed, leaving Mortify in 0. The last 2 remaining members alive right now for the God Squad of God Squads. You got to feel bad for Morty. I mean, Morty.
What do you think, Morty? Do you think Morty's the only person in voice comm saying, "Guys, maybe we shouldn't be landing Pachinki"? You got some insight, Dave? Perhaps that we don't.
Honestly, if Morty's living up to their name, Morty's like, "Son of a bitch, I'm in." We're dropping Pachinki, I'm in. That's what Morty said.
You're not wrong, Dave. You're not wrong. Truer words have never been said, at least today on the broadcast. Mars is going to be finding Morty, though. They take him out, and well, just one member remains. 0 is all that is left of the members of God squads as a massive fight is starting to at least break out. 64 up, Dave. Been no strangers to these early game contests, but this time around, it seems like Clarity might be getting the upper hand. Brokestad is going to be flushed out of the game, leaving the remainder of 64 up with 3 alive.
Yeah, 64 up, definitely having a clutch finish in that last game. They were able to finally breach that top 64 position. So let's see if they can maintain that. They're going to be in these open fields using these hay bales to kind of bridge that gap, as you like to put it. But they're going to be getting third-partied by Baby Yodas. I saw Baby Yodas getting a couple connects out here in the distance of this open field on that. So the advance right here, trying to close in.
Ooh, Clarity trying to spray that M249 into the direction of Hoshi. I don't think he's going to be safe, actually. A little bit of HP to keep him alive as the other members of 64 up start to swarm the compound. RJ going to be losing his teammate. That sociopath goes down. Hoshi going to be following thereafter. The M249 and the Vector playing big dividends here for the likes of Clarity, and they end up finding RJX. Down go the entirety of 64 up. As our first team to exit out of game number 3, Dave, Clarity really showing up here, losing 1 in the process. Hitman will no longer be able to play throughout this match, but they do have the benefit of picking up Ethan 3 live and 4 kills for the members of Clarity, and they find themselves nicely positioned on the eastern side of the circle.
Yeah, I mean, kind of looking at the map, a lot of these squads, to answer your question that you asked them earlier on, like where do they go, south or north of the inlet? It looks like a lot of them are prioritizing the northern side of this. King dropped, though. They had 2 members on this buggy zooming on right by. Looks like one of them will be spotted and connected and taken down and out from that buggy. And yep, tire's gonna be blown. Buggy's on fire, and he's rotating. Just not working out for a lot of these squads here. I'm really favoring Clarity's position here. They can really get a foothold on this eastern edge of this new circle. The thing is, I don't think any other squads will be making their way on through this area as well. But regardless, they were able to capitalize on a couple early game kills, and King dropped down to
1 off to the far east have made it inside of phase number 1, tried to solidify a position as well. One team in particular, well, they had a tough time in the previous game. The F-Looters are going to be holding on to the cube compound on the northern side of the river. I believe
are going to be right smack in the middle of that northern inlet, but Clarity still in their position from earlier on, going to be unloading their magazines, trying to connect and get a couple more kills. And here comes the vehicle flying on by, attempting to get the run over. onto Ethan.
Oh, they
Ethan
almost
able
had
to
it.
just sidestep that. Holy moly.
Members of the Rusty Mofos, though, their car is on fire, Dave. They have got this car absolutely packed, too. 3 of the members going to be inside. They've got to get out of here. They've got to get prepped and ready for the onslaught of bullets that are going to be approaching from both northern directions, northeast and northwest. They've been able to get out, and now they hold that inside position on the squad of Clarity. What can be
Clarity will be going up onto the Baby Yodas. Baby Yodas with a 2-2 split going on right now. On the second floor, looks like Ahmed will be connecting onto Babbler from Clarity. And now Clarity down to only 2 members left. They're kind of running in all different directions. I see Ethan still in the vehicle out there in the distance. Really nowhere to go right now. Baby Yodas have a nice little split right here. Hopefully they can capitalize on this and get a couple kills to help them with the overall leaderboard. Baby Yoda knows the way.
Should be able to spot. They should have had a pretty good spot on the Trembler. He at least gets out of dodge undetected. Yeah, Crayshow not going to be able to get those shots. So the other members of the Yodas are now starting to get a little bit surrounded in their own right. But the likes of the 2 remaining members of Clarity, Wildcard starting to get into a little bit of commotion here. A compound breach going to be coming in. Keenan is lighting them up on fire. Frodo going to be going down and out. Honey Badger's now starting the full breach, following the other Wildcard members to clear out whatever remains up on top. Regime's going to be prepped and ready in the prone position on the roof to spray down. And there goes Honey. He is able to see the feet, but can't get the shots off. A massive and very synergized breach coming in from the likes of Wildcard to clear that out without losing a single member in the process.
Yeah, I mean, odd with the lion skins. Dean Wormer. We have Teres Jacer09. Well, you know what? We had an update, at least on the overall leaderboards. I don't know. I don't want to take credit for it, but their logo is now alive of today. But surprisingly enough, they only have 4 points altogether. Kind of a head scratcher. I mean, of course, that's only counting 2 games, not this one. But I'm just saying, like, there's definitely a squad that if we had to look at their distance traveled numbers, I'm sure they're going to be up there at the top because we are always seeing them on these rotates, getting involved, but just not able to capitalize on the kills, on the kill points, and the placement points. So we'll see what they can do here in game number 3. Looking at the gods of God squad.
That turnaround. We got 3 teams in here. Wildcard going to be pushing down right now. Honey Badger spots out one of the members of Dragon inside the building, tries to spray him down. Gixer going to be flushed out of the game. Dragon immediately going to be following thereafter. Chronicle Herbs, the final member of that squad, to be flushed out of the game. In 14th place position, go Dragon Esports. We've got 13 teams remaining here, and our next circle shift is going to be popping up. Down to the southeast we go. And it definitely transitions out any of this channel up towards the north, leading out of Yosnaya. No question left here for these teams as to whether to go north or whether to go south, but it is going to be a very crowded circle, specifically over in Watertown, as well as Rozhok, as the fights are now starting to crack.
Pull up down there on Mars. Pull up down there on Mars. Arctic Esports all going to be crashed into Mars complexes here. Little up there on the 3rd story. Looking to toss the molly, looking to toss a grenade, maybe even a smoke to block the sight lines. Here comes the grenade from Little Monster. They have a general idea on the positioning on where Arctic Esports made the pull-up right there. But McDub will be recognizing that 3rd story is going to be occupied by an enemy. This is a very challenging position when it comes to the Arctic Esports because if you look up to the north, extremely exposed. But thankfully for them, there's no squad up there quite yet, so they're going to have that going for them. And Mars, of course, a heavy hitter in this lobby, looking to continue racking up their kills in game number 3. Oppie Boppie. P. Lewis, though, SKS, gold, baby, gold. Austin Powers would be proud about that one. You're going to be connecting out there in the distance, trying to capitalize. No kills so far this game, but they're still alive. 13 teams remaining in this game.
Going to be looking to try to capitalize on the members of the frat pad in their lion suits. They're very exposed right now, just trying to get in between those little bit of defilade to keep at least 3 of their members alive. 1 down. Our Dweema is going to be trying to at least attempt this res inside of the smoke concealment. A very risky maneuver, but this could pay off if they're going to rather be able to keep 4 alive. The battle still rages on. The members of Arctic going to be suffering massive casualties here. Mars defending this compound very, very effectively. McDowd going to be going down. A res comes out, so still going to have 3 on their feet. But it's not a good look, Dave. When you've got the outside of the compound and you're just getting torn apart by what lies inside, are the members of this Arctic Esports squad going to be able to recover off of this? And if they do recover, do they continue pushing?
Yeah, I mean, not Shepard trying to lay down that cover fire right there to allow McDub to get revived. That was successful. Both of these squads don't necessarily need to get ultra aggressive. They are going to be in this circle. They're going to be safe for the time being. They're just going to be taking shots back and forth. I have a lot of heated areas. I mean, Roshawk, there's 4 squads there. Sunken City, there's 3 squads there. And as mentioned, you know, these areas are also going to be in this next or in this circle, but really the next circle is going to be the deciding factor on who has to move and kind of who's going to have that fire lit underneath their feet over there. Wild card's still going to be out here right smack in the middle. 5 kills so far. Honey Badger going to be spotting Arctic down there, trying to get the third party onto this.
If there's one thing that Arctic didn't want to happen, it's a third party. If there's one team that Arctic didn't want to be third partying, then well, it's going to be the members of Wildcard, who have had massive success already here tonight, and massive success coming out of Honey Badger in third partying this. Another knockdown will be effectuated. Another knock going to be coming in. Down goes Shepard. Wow, Honey Badger has almost single-handedly dismantled this entire team. He's got 3 knocks onto the squad. 1 remains. McDub is trying to stay alive. At least, well, no, he's going to be res as well. Winlow is still going to be up to 2 down. But Honey Badger is just tearing through this team, protecting the hell out of the members of Mars unintentionally. But now they're also going to get pinched. A 4th party going to be dropping down. Oppie Boppie going to be trying to investigate where the hell all this commotion is coming from down to the southwest.
I mean, that SLR Honey Badger is a nice little ravine, and it's just, you know, clear as day. Sight lines for days on to the Arctic squad. You can see a little head popping over there. Arctic, they do have a Dallas here for cover, but that's about it. I mean, we can see their backpacks right there peeking on out, and Honey Badger is just
another one
non-stop target practice. I mean, yeah, and I really appreciate Honey Badger tossing out these defensive smokes to make sure that they could push on out of here and not be spotted by Mars. But that last smoke not bloomed quite enough, and Honey Badger will be spotted and connected on. You would hope the wildcard squad can get the revive onto their teammate. In particular, Keenan can pop on out of there. You know, get the heavy hitter wildcard Honey Badger back up and at him, considering they've been putting in the work.
P. Lewis going to be creeping over the hill for Oppie Boppie. Gets the big drop down and then immediately going to be returned on by a third-party presence. The other 3 members of Oppie Boppie going to quickly be trying to push down to the south, trying to protect their teammate. A massive fight is starting to erupt here on the western side of phase number 5. Blue Zone going to be working its way in. Arctic trying to just get the hell out of Dodge. We'll see if they're going to be able to do so, Dave, but bodies are going to drop here. That is one guarantee I can absolutely make.
Yeah, so Honey Badger was able to get revived there. We got Mars still in their compounds. They don't necessarily have to move. They are going to be in this next circle, but Arctic definitely getting spread really thin right now, getting picked apart from all angles. And as if that wasn't bad enough, here comes Oppie Boppie looking to make the pull-up. But thankfully for Arctic, Oppie Boppie are going to be quickly distracted by the baby Yodas out here taking shots on them as well. Amen right up close and personal on the other side of this nice little hill. Oppie Boppie on the opposite end of this. We have 9 teams remaining. I saw in the kill feed a couple players getting taken down to the blue zone. That's unfortunate. Next circle does go on up. Wild card still going to be on in it. Oppie Boppie right there on the edge. But one of the main stories right now, Mars, they finally need to push on out of their hard cover down there. And this could be their opportunity to finally take out
of Arctic solo player Crawfresh. Will they be able to deal with what lies further out towards the north? A good attempt coming in here from Crawfresh, but he wasn't able to find too much success. The members of Mars are staying alive with 1 member currently knocked. They've got a 4-stack of Oppie Boppie to go against, and Oppie Boppie, they smell blood in the water like sharks. They're starting to swim around and circle the team of Mars, leaving the compound, leaving their safety, and then right out into the fray they go. Big Kill's going to be coming in, trying to find the trade back. P. Lewis going to be knocked in the process. Vehicles, Dave, just being sent in the air, trying to serve whatever damage they can up to the members of Mars, and they will be able to effectuate that. Down goes the entirety of that Mars squad very quickly after departing the compound, and now Oppie Boppie has to make quick moves to try to recover their fallen teammates before wildcard third party is even harder on top of this.
Yeah, I mean, wildcard were kind of third party in that fight for the entirety of the fight, actually, so that didn't help Mars in their push to the 4 members alive. Baby Yoda still alive as well, find themselves in a top 5 position here. But the main story right now, wildcard on their dominance right here. They're just right in the middle of this circle, wide open. I mean, there's no cover right now. Pentalola is just running across this field. Full-blown confidence right now from this player, pushing Baby Yodas by themselves, essentially, with the support, of course, from their squad. in the backhand side, you know, laying down that cover fire, but Pentalo looking to get thirsty, looking to get involved.
Dave, if you want to know what confidence looks like, look no further. This is confidence right here. Wildcard Gaming is absolutely feeling it here in this lobby. Honey Badger going to be dropped down. Good shot coming in from Oppie Boppy, but I don't think it's going to sell out this Wildcard crew too much.
Tunnel vision right now, and Wildcard will span cargo, be able to surprise them and pretty much backstab the Baby Yoda as well. That's going to be a question that I'm sure we're going to find out here in a couple moments.
Fellow member of the God Squad of Gods has gone down. Zero making a very big push into the final top 5 teams of the game from almost losing his entire team in 16th place position. Definitely made good progress off of that. 4 teams remain, 11 players alive, and most of those big squads are going to be focused down here towards the south. The Baby Yodas are able to find the 3rd knock on top of Honey Badger, who's going to be bleeding out extremely fast. It's going to be trying to draw any type of pressure. He's 10 HP. He had already been knocked multiple times, and he draws the shots out. Drawing the shots out immediately opened up a beautiful shot for Sharp Shot to find a headshot on top of the Baby Yodas. With 3 alive previously, they now are going to be sitting with 2 up on their feet as they quickly try to get the res onto a men. But Wildcard is no stranger to this type of engagement, Dave. They are not going to allow any type of window of opportunity for the Yodas to try to recover.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Oppie Boppy as well, we see him on the opposite end of this hill. You hear the flashes, you hear the grenades, you hear the shots. This is your moment to shine. You need to get the third party going on right now. Nomad Rock doing just that. Pulling right back behind the hill. We'll be getting another connect onto Honey Badger. And another one. DJ Khaled would be proud right now. Pentala going for that revive on the Sharp Shot down there. One grenade could spell disaster for Wildcard. And Oppie Boppy, they have their own problems to deal with, as Nomad Wrath also getting the revive. So the resets are coming out right now on this 3-squad standoff. Meanwhile, this solo member from the F Looters just enjoying life, drinking that mojito up here in the north.
There's a Wildcard now starting to crest around the opposite side of the hill. We'll be able to spot Chaotic. They've already dropped Nomad. It's just going to be Span Cargo, and he's no match for the entirety of Wildcard, starting to crest around the hillside. Now 3 teams remain, 6 players alive. It is a proper 2v3, or rather 3v2v1. They can get Keenan back up and alive. It's currently a 2v2 between the Baby Yodas and Wildcard with that solo player up towards the north. Wildcard's going to be spotting on the men who has been previously knocked. You got to think that their armor is worn pretty thin. A man going to be knocked down. Holy cow, the solo player threat, the outlier from way up north, is able to find it. Down go the entirety of the Baby Yodas, and then Wildcard just has to find one more kill. A 16 kill chicken dinner to add to that beautiful first game 24-point chicken dinner that they